Good morning, everyone. It's Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe Show, the home of Epic Conversations, and I'm the host of Epic Conversations, 2020 Best Podcast News Award winner, 2018 Innovation Award winner, given out by the Canadian Ethnic Media Association. And as always, I'd like to say you're blessed, highly favored, a magnet for miracles, and a solution for someone's problem. We are broadcasting live on October 15th, so half the month done already in the world of where we are at right now. And I'd like to say thank you for joining the Morning Vibe, either live or via replay. Good morning, Ryan Knight. Okay, so Ryan's internet is funny up again. Ryan, you're a little bit pixelated and frozen. You okay?
Yeah, let me know if you're hearing me.
You're
okay.
delayed.
I know
you're delayed or frozen, so I don't know what's going. Okay. All right, so you know what? We are going. Okay,
actually,
so
let me pop out and come in, and I'll see it.
Okay, no problem. We shall do that. So Ryan's gonna see if we can fix those internet gremlins that were happening on Friday. So what we'll do is this: we'll go right quick into a number of things. So, as it is on most Mondays, this episode of the Morning Vibe is brought to you by the Macmillan Group. And whether it's providing mortgage solutions, it has been providing mortgage solutions one at a time since 1999. Buying, refinancing, or investing, you can call them in Canada, 905-813-4354, US 904-586-5636. So that is our Monday morning sponsor on the Morning Vibe. Also, just let me make sure I put up their full contact information up on the screen. Give me a second here. I gotta find it. I'm gonna find it. Don't worry. I'm gonna find it. I gotta find it. There, okay. There we go. There it is. There they are. 905-813-4354 Canada, US 904-586-5636, and toll free 866-883-0885. Website themacmillangroup.inc.com. Email address raycmcmillan@gmail.com. So excellent. And actually, I was having a conversation with a young person who is a mortgage broker this week. And I said, you may want to get some knowledge from Ray. He said, yes. I've heard about this guy. I want to speak with him. So this week, one of my visions this week is that Ray and this young person will be having some conversations about mortgages, because they're a mortgage professional for a major bank in Canada. They've been doing it for 2 years, and they would like some guidance. So a number of things we want to do announcement-wise. So as always, please subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show via YouTube. You can subscribe and hit the notification button. Really important to do those two things. Subscribe is one thing, and then notification helps with that thing called the algorithm. Also, that means when new shows are coming up or are live, you are notified. And there's a lot of them coming up, as you're going to hear in the next few moments. Also, follow the Dr. Vibe Show on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Also, too, wherever you see Ryan on a platform hosting content, follow him also. So that's one thing I'd like you to do. Also, if you want to advertise your business, product, or service on the Morning Vibe or any of the Dr. Vibe Show platforms, like the Macmillan Group is doing for over a year, email me, dr.vibe@thedrvibeshow.com. Next up, join the Morning Vibe Discord group. We have a lot of great conversations in between shows, and they're a place where you can express your opinion, your takes, etc. That's what we want to do. Now, some program and event alerts coming up this week. Live this coming Wednesday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Dr. Alicia is going to be on the Dr. Vibe Show, and she's going to be talking about Trauma and the Black Family. And Dr. Alicia Watkins is the other half of Boyce and Alicia Watkins. Some of you have heard of Dr. Boyce Watkins. Dr. Alicia Watkins has her PhD in social work. She's a certified clinical trauma person, helper, or worker, I guess that's what you call it, and also has been helping Black couples for over 10 years. So lots of great perspective. If you've been on the Morning Vibe show pages, she has been on in the past and has always had fantastic response. Speaking of this, also coming up on this Friday's show on the Morning Vibe, Ray McMillan will be back. So the McMillan Group has a footprint and presence. I also say thank you for everyone who's chiming in this morning. Please say hello and tell where you're chiming in from. And then another thing that Dr. Vibe is going to be part of, there's something called the Brand Sponsorship Summit. And if you've ever had saying, what are sponsors about? Or I'd like to get some sponsorship, because I know a lot of people, especially entrepreneurs, like to have money. Of course, that's one of their funding is always a challenge. And these days, if you have or haven't noticed, banks are getting tighter and tighter with their loans, giving out loans. And if you're going for grants, you got to compete with a whole bunch of people. You got to write grant applications. Do you know the keywords? And also, it's not cheap to hire someone who gets a successful grant writing proposal for you. All those things. Well, sponsorships is another area people haven't looked at. And this is why I'm suggesting you attend this event. Well, one of the reasons why I think you should attend this event. So what I'm going to do is just show a little bit of it on the screen for you. And we're going to put it up here right now. So there we go. So the Brand Sponsorship Summit is coming up this Wednesday, October 18th from 5:02 p.m. to 8:02 p.m. Eastern Time. And you'll hear directly from brand executives, agencies, and PR execs who hold the keys to brand deals. It's a 3-hour virtual conference for creators, coaches, podcasters, YouTubers, event organizers, influencers, authors, and experts with small niche audiences. Want to put it there, small niche audiences. It's going to feature brands, PR execs, and agencies who hire creators. And there's the date, there's the time, and only $23.21 US. $23.21 US. So in Canadian, that's $30, and here's a place where you can get your ticket. And we've got, how you get brand deals direct from the brands, here from agencies and executives that have done deals with Capital One, FedEx, Amazon, Oreo, Whole Foods, Marriott, Sandals, and more. And just more stuff. So speakers announced so far, Mario Armstrong. And for those who don't know him, he is a creator, podcaster, and sponsorship expert. And I'll be right up front. I've had a wonderful digital relationship with him for 7-8 years. And he's personally secured over $4 million in brand sponsorships with organizations such as Capital One, Ford, Wix, AT&T, Zenni, Target, and more. He's the founder of the Never Settle Academy. And as you see there, Capital One, FedEx, Amazon, Marriott. He was very instrumental in getting my brand deal that I've had now with a team for 3 years with Dove Men Plus Care. There's Casey Benedict, who is the CEO and founder of Maverick Mindshare, and partners, brand managers, and agency directors of global consumer products and services. Her organization has dealt with companies like Whole Foods, Oreo, and Moon. We've got Chiffon Myers. She's a wedding media company and has dealt with brands such as Sandals Resorts and David's Bridals. Amy K. Staton, founder of Staton & Company. It's a leading boutique marketing and PR agency. Dealt with brands such as Laird Superfood, Jamie Anderson, and Serena Poon. This guy's a beast here in a good way. Jock Bastian, heads up a full service agency, mission to diversify influencer marketing. And his organizations dealt with brands like the NBA, Crayola, and Kinky Curl. Sarah Doheny, founder of YUBPR, a boutique public affairs firm that focuses on resolving the challenges of our clients, over 15 years experience. Got Jetta Bates, managing director and head strategist, Jetta Setting and Twist Global. And they hire emerging micro nano influencers for sponsorships, and have dealt with brands such as Unilever, which is the brand owner of Dove Men Plus Care, by the way, Coca-Cola, Adidas, Nielsen, Chrome Hearts, Beam, Suntory. And there's a guy here you may know, Dr. Vibe. And I'm going to be on a panel, brand I represent, Dove Men Plus Care. But here's the schedule, opening keynote, uncover the deals, and then successful small falling creators turning small into big. That's where I'll be. Then you brands and PR exec panel, fireside chat with an industry titan, bonus pitching session, pitch to win, Q&A session, your questions are insights, and then you have a bonus all access session, unlocking long-term revenue and closing remarks. I would suggest if you want to get on Mario's text group, I would suggest you do, because he sends out a lot of great stuff. Text VIP to 917-810-2347. So before we close this out, get your tickets, $23.21 US. Tickets provide access to the live event only. So if you don't buy a ticket, I would suggest you buy a ticket. And even if you can't catch the live event, you can get access to the replay for a small cost. But here are also only 125 seats available. That's it. 125 seats available. All right, family. So I'm going to suggest that you all check that out. And let's see. There we go. So, and if you have any questions about that event, you can contact me. I'm part of it. So I'd say it's a great investment. Okay. It looks like Ryan is back with better internet. Let's see if he is back. Okay.
All right.
Much better.
I think this computer needs a reboot. I switched to my laptop, so let's see if this stays
much
straight.
nicer. Much nicer. How you doing this morning?
Very good. Good to see you. And one thing that I want to apologize, I had an announcement for Friday, but didn't get to mention it because of the internet. So I want to do it now just to get it out the way.
Sure.
We have been working with the ladies that were asylum seekers earlier and struggling to find housing. A few of them were pregnant. So we have been following the journey as births have been happening. So you may have seen the showers that were happening for the ladies. And now as they're having their children, we want to make sure that they have the supplies and resources that they need. So I got a list from a wonderful lady, Abjoba, or AJ for short. She's from an organization called Sisters in Sound. So they've been collecting items. So a call out to the community for items. Maybe you've had a child and that car seat is just sitting there doing nothing, or you still have a crib that you don't need, but they do need car seats and strollers. Also gently used playpens and bassinets, diapers, wipes, towels, washcloths, sleepers and onesies. And coming into winter coats and blankets. Of course, socks and shoes would be great. But yes, if you could spread the word to the rest of your network so that we can get these items so that they have it as their children are born.
Okay, so and this is specifically for babies and young kids, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So where can people donate this? Like, do you have a place? If you want to put in the chat, I can create a lower third. That'd be great.
Yeah, so we're doing pickups. So if you email or actually text me, WhatsApp me at 647-225-3309. And you could also text my wife, Cher.
She's allowing you. Hold on, she's allowing you to give out. You better.
Well, she's the main contact. All right, text me first, and we'll do the pickups. We'll do the pickups.
I love you both, and I want to see the family stay together. So
yes.
Get permission. Sometimes it's good to get permission first.
100%.
All right, I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
We'll make it happen.
All right, this is good. What's been going on in your world?
Yeah, trying to keep up with the various galas that are happening. We do have the next Black Empowerment Initiative think tank conversation happening on Sunday.
Okay, can I politely interrupt?
Yes.
That came up in yesterday's Black Canada Talking.
Yes.
Guess who's coming to it?
Oh, let me guess who's on. Oh, Caesar, you're talking to.
Yes, he says he's coming into town. So, him and I are. He said, "Are you?" He asked me, Dr. Vibe, are you going? I said, if I don't have, whether I have a live show or a replay, I'm coming because him and I have never met.
In person, really?
This is a place. Yeah, we've never met, and we've been broadcasting together for years. So
Years, yeah.
looking forward to it. So I'm just saying, be ready for Cesar, because you know that the level he thinks at. So I'm hoping that the audience, like, he is gonna be great for that. So he mentioned that yesterday. So I've got to get details on, because I want to make again, I've got this ready.
All right.
Because I got to pass Young Street in Toronto.
Yes.
So that's coming up. Good for you. Good for you. And you know what? There was an event over the weekend that I didn't know anything about till basically it was going about the Black Physicians of Canada had a 3-day event.
Okay.
I didn't know anything.
That.
And the funny thing is, a few weeks ago, I went to the Black Healthcare Professionals Network event, but I heard nothing about it. It was a 3-day event. So I'm saying Black physicians. So I'm going to be a Ryanite, and I'm going to reach out to them and see if they'd like to come on the platform. And just a little guys, family, the morning vibe is booked out till the second Monday in December with with people. So everyone, you're not going to hear this. The reason why I'm doing this now is this is the only time now Ryan and I are going to get to banter back and forth, because we're basically full almost till Christmas time. So, because Ryan is bringing someone to the platform next Monday.
Yes.
You texted me yesterday. So we are full up, as they say, we're full up.
Yeah, right? Actually, we should for next show have a list of the next month and a half.
Yes. Well, you know what?
Stay tuned.
We'll put that in the Discord group.
Okay, yeah. People can check out the upcoming.
So, because we do, and this is one of the things, if you're a content creator, especially of a show, it's a blessing to have things planned in advance. You don't want to be scrambling around last minute. So thank you, Ryan, for helping out to help fill the roster. And thank you from the beginning, because we have these regular contributors, and then once in a while got to fill up the holes. So we're basically good till second week of December. So that's another reason why get in the Discord group, and also hit the follow the Dr. Vibe show on YouTube, because I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be putting these things out way ahead of time. So I can get that out of the way. So that's fantastic. So this is good. So you know what? Let's just get a lot of people are saying hello. We don't want to forget them. So let's say good morning, Fitness IQ Cam. And she actually had me on her show on Saturday. We had a good conversation about minimum wage versus living wage.
Okay, right.
Check out Fitness IQ Cam, things I wish I knew about money. Podcast, I like to say show. Last Saturday, we had a great conversation. Good morning, Donna. Hope all is fine with you. Aldafina, good morning. Well, everyone's in good and early. I love it. Ched C, Grand Rising Brothers, Grand Rising to your back. Divine Right from the DMV area. 9 p.m. Can't wait. No, the event's 5:02 to 8:02 on Wednesday. And I'm really encouraging, and Fitness just got my ticket. Actually, Fitness IQ Cam got a hailer up. Mario Armstrong went live on an IG on Saturday talking about this event coming up on Wednesday, and he put out an offer, and I love this, made a decision and took action. What Mario asked, and people should follow because he's a great marketer. He said, if you can show me a screenshot of 10 people who you shared this event with, he would give them half an hour of his time, no charge.
I love that. Yes.
So Fitness IQ Cam said, bam, bam. So don't worry, Fitness IQ Cam. I'm going to make sure, otherwise known as KSEYLRWFQ, had to get that in, that Mario keeps his promise, probably be after the event. So we've got frequency event promotions. Good morning and everyone all. Okay. He says he'll be purchasing tickets as well. You better, because I know you're in enough of his IGs. Okay. He also has asked Fitness IQ Cam, how goes it on a Monday? And she responds back, they're having a personal chat here, planning out my morning. You should already have that done. It goes, Dr. Vibe, you're crossing new terrain. Keep up the brand work. No, it's heart work, but yeah, it's a great thing. And Mario's been very instrumental. I mean, very instrumental. Okay. Fitness IQ Cam, cool. Have a productive day. Talk to you soon. Okay. Fitness IQ goes, Gala King.
Hey, the Jerk Fest Gala is coming up.
Jerk Fest is having a gala?
That's what the flyer says. So I'm looking forward to seeing it.
And see what Brian does. Ryan knows how to me. He texts me these gala flyers, and he knows how to interrupt my flow.
Right.
He knows how to interrupt my flow. Divine Right goes, the Gala King is back, but where's the crown and the cape?
We're waiting so I can show up proper. So yes.
And yes goes, Fitness. Yes, we want exclusiveness. Yes, it's a good way. And she's saying amazing conversation on Saturday. Well, thank you for allowing me to share with your family. Donna goes, could we have another resolution meeting at the beginning of January, just like we did last year?
Yeah, the one that we co-hosted with the Ripple Effect.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Like to do that.
Yeah.
All right. LOL. People were double checking. I doesn't spamming. And that's interesting. I would think that the people you shared your messages after Fitness IQ Cam, they realize that you want to help them make their lives better. So if they think it's spamming, it's their loss. And we have Ricardo Forbes. Good morning, folks. And Fitness IQ Cam goes, shut up, Jerk Gala.
I can't make this stuff up.
No,
I said we were going to do a hot dog gala, and we'll see if that gets
And Frequency of Promotion goes, how are you, Ryan? Oh, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. So this is good. Loving.
Oh, so one shout out that I wanted to give. Sure. I was invited to speak at York University.
Yes, Friday afternoon at 3 p.m. How's the traffic?
Sometimes you just got to leave early and just go with the flow. But it was actually surprisingly pretty good. So they have an executive MBA program, and it's part of Kellogg and Schulich. And I think Kellogg is part of Western. So they do this executive MBA program where they will fly in the students and they stay at the residence that's at York to go through this executive MBA.
So what are people's tuition going to? Go on, please.
That's what I'm saying. But
I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
They were talking a lot about social innovation and social enterprise. So I was able to come and speak. So thank you to the professor Jeff who invited me. We had connected on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is one of the most underrated superpowers that we have access to. Definitely, it's extended my network. So just sidebar. But yeah, getting to talk about my journey with Detailing Nights and starting that social enterprise. And then now working with the federal government on their social finance fund, their investment readiness program. A lot of things now rolling out to support social enterprises. I'm noticing still that concept and the language around social enterprise is still pretty new. So definitely have to get the word out.
Well, congratulations being on the York stage. How many people were in the audience?
It felt like about 50. I wasn't expecting that many students. I thought maybe 20, but yeah, it was a good crowd. That was cool to see.
Okay, well, interesting. You're doing the tour. You're the man of the town. So we got more comments coming in.
All right.
We got Fitness IQ going. Jerk Gala is better with chicken, shrimp, salmon, veggies, etc. Lord, me hungry now.
See, now you hear about the Jerk Fest Gala. She's got her ticket. Like, I'll be there.
Well, I don't eat that stuff anymore. So, very limited. Just
how's the journey going? I need to start my journey. I gotta.
We heard that before.
Yes.
Fitness Frequency of Promotion goes, how are you, Ryan? Nice York Uni. Ryan, I need your energy.
Right.
Ryan is Eddie.
I think you're keep it up.
Ryan is City. More ever. He's City Pulse. LinkedIn is an incredible tool and underutilized. It depends, right? My best tool is this.
Yeah, with that tool, I use LinkedIn.
Well, That's
Yeah,
okay.
of
Like,
course the phone trumps all, but I
yeah.
feel LinkedIn is underutilized, like something that people don't realize is as
Yeah,
powerful.
well, I don't mind because I
Mm.
broadcast to it on it a lot, so it keeps the post activity. Also,
Right.
frequency event promotions. Congratulations on your speaking of engagement, Ryan. Any partnerships coming up between York and Ryan Knight or ACBN? Yeah, there's a question there.
So that is a conversation that I was having with Jeff, the professor, because he's versed in like working with social enterprise and developing them around the world. But now we have this federal social finance fund that the federal government created, and there was initially a grant program where social enterprises were getting grants, and that was the investment readiness program. And now there's an investment fund that's going to invest into social enterprises, but there's a gap in the middle that really needs to transition those that got grants into being investable companies. And so I was telling him, because he was like, he's kind of observing and learning about what the program is. But I was like, nah, man, right now you need to insert yourself so that you can take that expertise. And that's what I was challenging the students with as well. They're all studying to be these MBAs. Bring that expertise back to the community and support social enterprises and even Black companies, because now you typically take an MBA and your goal is to go work at KPMG or McKinsey or Boston Consulting. It's like, no, come solidify and amplify the community. Like, bring that expertise, because a lot of times nobody aspires to work at a social enterprise or nobody aspires to work at a Black firm. We have to change that. So it's on both sides. It's like, how do we make our companies more desirable to work at? And then also, how do we encourage people to bring that expertise back to the community? So it's
All right. So
interesting balance.
This is probably the most amount of time we'll have to banter back and forth over the next month or so. But so just to add on that, there's a gentleman who's an associate of Boyce Watkins. His name is Larry Miller, and he used to be the VP of the Jordan brand for Nike.
Have you seen that movie, the Air one, on Netflix?
No, I haven't. No,
I liked it, but yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
So no problem. So I guess he's combined with some people in Seattle, have raised $400 million.
Okay.
To help Black entrepreneur development in the city of Seattle.
Wow.
So I challenge your MBA people who have all this book knowledge to combine with the Black environment, because I don't use the C word, to make this thing happen. So
absolutely,
so that's the thing, because they have book knowledge, but they don't have on the ground knowledge.
Yeah, but then they take the book knowledge and bring it to tier one, companies. So those companies just keep amplifying their talent pool.
But they have to. It's a cooperative economics. Let's put it that way.
Right.
So before we go to break, because we're going to go a little bit of a break, because our friend has been, she was on one device, now she's on another device. So I just want to make sure everything's going on. So, okay, we have Brenda Elizabeth Williams, first time, haven't seen that name before. Good to have. Ricardo Forbes. Sorry guys, can you post a message without being it public? I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Post a message without being public. I don't understand that.
No, we have to do that on Zoom.
Promotions. Could we try to get that gentleman individual on the Morning Vibe show? It's up to Ryan. It's his well, you can reach out to him. Tell him it ain't gonna be till December, which should give him a nice.
Well, if we got in contact, we'd slip in a Wednesday, because I think that'd be an important conversation.
Okay. We're flexible.
Yeah.
Also, Orlando says, can you post? I don't know what you're asking clearly. Post messages that are not public. I don't understand what you mean by that. So
yeah, if he's talking about in the show, no. There's no private messaging.
Yeah, no, we can't. So we're going to go on a quick break, because as you see, things are fast and furious this morning. We're going to go on a 90-second break, and then we're going to hopefully bring our friend to the stage, because as I said, you've been all over this morning. So we'll do 90 seconds and we'll be right back. Hold tight on the Morning Vibe. As you see, the energy is on fire this morning. Here we go.
You know, and that's what I feel like. You feel like you're the Harriet Tubman of the mind.
I am.
I feel like I'm one of the Harriet Tubmans of intelligent Black people. Like, I want to liberate y'all from like being left behind and ignored and oblivion. No, really, the rappers get all the attention. You know, seriously, does anybody else feel this way? Like ignorant Black people, they'll be all up, you know, getting all the headlines on the Shade Room.
Overly sexualized Black folks.
Like the twerkers and the, you know, just people that, you know, don't always represent the best of us, you know, the diversity, you know, like people like Dr. Vibe. Like, everybody should know about people like Dr. Vibe. Dr.
Really
Vibe he's trying to do good work for Black people.
Dr. Vibe from Toronto. Good to see you, my brother. Dr. Vibe. Everybody follow Dr. Vibe. He has a great show. He's very good at what he does, and I have a lot of respect for him.
Okay, so let me hop into this. What's up, Dr. Vibe? How you doing? Everybody, if you see Dr. Vibe in the chat, everybody go follow the Dr. Vibe show. Dr. Vibe is a real smart brother and a good human being. I like the guy a lot, and he's very intelligent. And I think everyone should pay attention to what he's got going on. We got to shine the spotlight on the intelligent Black people out here that are really doing the good work. Don't just pay attention to the rappers and the celebrities. You know, a lot of these people are losers. Your true winners are your people in your community that are really having your back. You know, helping us to have stronger families and a stronger community. So Dr. Vibe is in that category. So you might see the Dr. Vibe show in this chat. If you see him, please go follow him. Okay. All right. So anyway.
Yes.
All right. And just one other promo. Dr. Boyce Watkins is having his annual Black conference in Atlanta on Thursday. Was it Thursday, Friday, Saturday of this week? And I know, Ryan, you went to one of his events in the past.
Yeah, and I want to remember which year, but it was when it was in Philadelphia. So I was able to drive down to participate.
I think we should start chatting this year about going next year.
Yeah, I'm down. Yes.
I think I'd really like to go because I think I really want to meet Dr. Boyce and Dr. Alicia in person. And you know that we'd be stars coming from north of the border.
And I was the only Canadian there.
There you go.
And then I started to hear people talking like, oh, there's some Canadian cat up here
you.
In a suit.
Thank you.
And they're like talking about me. I was like, oh, shoot. But there's two people that I went and wanted to meet. It was Dr. Boyce Watkins and Jay Morrison. And I got to meet both of them.
Jay Morrison's having a little bit of challenges these days.
I have to check to see. But I want to go down in Atlanta, I believe. His venue that he owns. I want to go and check that out. But curious to hear
the Black House.
What he's working. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he started a fund, and there's been a little bit of controversy about it. But that's another time. Okay. I know you got to leave at the top of the hour. So few last comments. The person that worked on the Jordan brand, Larry Miller is his name. Yeah, raised about $400 million to help, I think, specifically Black entrepreneurs in that. So 400 million. Seattle don't have as many people as Toronto. Thank you.
Right.
All right.
Fitness IQ going. Seattle? Man, we gotta.
We gotta catch up.
Operations out there.
So Morning Vibe road trip. Yes, and then look who's here. Good morning, everyone. Howdy, Dr. Vibe. Ryan, could you please provide the number to contact you again for the baby items? Say it quick, and then we're going getting our friend out.
So WhatsApp 647-225-3309, and let us know what items you have and where we can pick it up. And we'll come and grab it.
Okay, so that's it. I see a smile in the green room, so we better bring up the smile. So for people who don't know, this lady was a huge hit the first time she came on the platform. And I said, okay, you know what? We got to bring good people back. So if you don't know, usually every second of the month on the Morning Vibe, we have Energy Restored with Certified Holistic Nutritionist Carolyn Nichol of Energy Shack Juice Bar. Well, last Monday was a holiday. So you know what we did? We're smart here. We're really smart. We're bringing her today.
Yes.
She is here, right now. Carolyn Nichol, what is up?
Good morning. Wonderful, beautiful fall day. Nice to hear your, I wouldn't call it ranting back and forth, but Dr. Vibe, it's really good to be here. You guys are talking such really good, important, valuable things that especially entrepreneurs need to hear, and just the average public to see what's going on. We don't always see this stuff. So Anyway, good to be here. Good morning, Ryan.
Good to see you again. It was great getting to see you in person at
Yeah.
the Networking Mixer 3.0.
Yes.
Shout out to
Absolutely.
Frequency Event Promotions.
Yes, and it sounds like more's coming, and I'm getting the message of they got a podcast coming in the new year, which is great. Carolyn, you're back in the city, but how are things in Sudbury?
Oh, let's not talk about it because I'm in Toronto.
All right.
Sudbury's beautiful, but I am going back tonight, God willing. I will be back there until our retreat, which, if anybody's interested, there are 5 spaces left. 5 spaces left.
Wow.
But anyway, I'll be up in Sudbury till November 1st, I guess. So I will let you know how Sudbury is when I get up there.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah,
Someone who can escape Toronto till November 1st.
What's the drive like up to Sudbury? About how long?
It's depends how heavy I am on the pedal and what time of day.
Right.
So generally I can do it in 3.5 hours, but sometimes it's 3:45. Now, if I go in traffic time, it's 4 or 5 hours.
Gotcha.
Well, one of the things I'm really happy with the Morning Vibe family, a number of people have made decisions and taken actions in meeting with Carolyn.
Yes,
Really, it's phenomenal. I was actually blown away how many people are actually interested in their health. In fact, after the first full episode that we had, within 20 minutes, one of your viewers was physically in my office. It's amazing. I even had time to meet with him because I don't do appointments like that.
Yes, and I know there's at least a family that's with you. Yes. A family. We know these people. We're not going to give out their names. Yeah. And then there's another gentleman that had met with you last week.
Yeah.
So
another lovely lady in the U.S. that I had the privilege of talking with.
Yes.
And somebody also in a red shirt that starts with doctor and ends with vibe, which is awesome. But I'm not giving out any names. Awesome.
But Dr. Vibe, can we get a bit of an update? How are you feeling? How's the body? What's the progress like?
The body is feeling better. It's certainly, and again, for me, eating is a mental thing. So people are jumping in here on Instagram. We are talking with Carolyn Nichol, Certified Holistic Nutritionist on the Dr. Vibe. Well, not the Vibe, on the Morning Vibe. So if you want to get some health things, today we're going to be talking about diabetes. So this is something you may want to check out. Oh, and in the city from Portland, Jamaica.
Nice.
Yes. So
welcome.
Hang in. You can listen to a bit of this and watch my round head, or you can go to the Dr. Vibe YouTube channel and catch everybody and hear everybody. But since I've started, for me, food is mental. And the challenge my biggest challenge is drinking enough of this. That's my biggest challenge. So when I'm going out to do workouts or I'm going to even public events, I'm carrying my water bottle with me to remind me if it's empty, it's not good. That's what. But no, and I've been sharing with some people my culinary journey. Now making veggie burgers from scratch. Yesterday made carrot and ginger soup. You know, a regular thing I do every day is make my lemon vinaigrette dressing. So I only eat 2 meals a day, morning and lunch, and maybe something very, very light in the evening. That's it. So I'm in that zone now. So it's a journey, not a race. So it's a journey over time. And, you know, depending on what program you sign up with, well, look at Ann in the city saying she's listening to this on the beach in Jamaica, but I was born in Toronto. Diabetes is a big problem in the Black community in Jamaica and here in Toronto. A very important topic. We'll share. Definitely, we'll share. And I'll get you IG people in because lots of people chiming in this morning. Nice. Someone actually sent a request to be in the video. Okay, let's do that. Okay, hold on. Well, that's enough. So so I think it's a journey, not a race. And for me, like I said, my mindset is locked in that 2 meals a day thing. And every major meal I have, it always starts with salad. It always starts with salad. And
Gotcha.
Bulk Barn and me have become good friends.
Okay, I love
Right.
that.
So
Yes.
if you went into my kitchen right now, you see different bags and they're all tagged with different ingredients, you know, so that it's all in there. So I suggest that if even it's not a waste of time, take advantage of this offer with Carolyn. You can do it online, you can do it live, you know. You can get a consultation with her for $49 instead of $110 when you mention the Morning Vibe or Dr. Vibe and email info@the-Energy-Shack Juice Bar. It's your health is your wealth, family. And why do I say that? Because if you don't invest in your health, it's going to take away from your wealth.
Absolutely. You cannot enjoy your wealth.
So when are you going to stop eating oxtail?
It'll be very difficult.
Well, you can maybe have it once in a while.
We're at least gonna have the consultation. I know we were
okay.
With calendars.
Okay,
we'll get
so
there.
everybody who's watching either replay, Ryan, when is that gonna happen?
Hey, Carolyn, if you want to pull out your calendar,
absolutely.
I'll find
No, let's do it right now. No, Carolyn, let's do it right now. Let's do. I want to see this live. Let's do it right now.
No, I'm not going to ask his bowel movements on public.
No, I mean book a date and time.
A full consultation right now. Yes.
No. I want to book a date and time right now.
Yes.
Wednesday, 4:00 work for you, or would Wednesday at 6:00 be better? Wait, that's the event. We can't. You've got that event on Wednesday.
No, he's not. I don't know if he's gonna go because he's too big for those events.
Well, 4:00 is good.
Okay, we're gonna do Wednesday at 4:00. I'm gonna email you all the details.
Family,
all right.
On Friday, we're gonna ask Ryan if he shows up. If he shows up, I know he's got to walk the kiddos to school. How was the consultation? All right. So
I love it.
Lots of people watching this live, so lots of people want to hear about this.
By the way, Dr. Vibe, I think you're being a little too reserved. You know, you have lost such a good amount of weight. Your blood sugar is phenomenal.
Okay.
I mean, you made some incredible changes. You're treading lightly. you really, you've made some great changes in less than 30 days.
Well, thank the one above. Thank you.
Yes, great students.
Thank a little bit of me. Now, you know what? Here's some things. Fitness IQ says tomorrow I have a consultation.
Okay.
So there you go.
She sure does.
Nice.
And Fitness IQ says, wow, not saying watching on the beach. Yes, to and in the city. Okay, actually, a quick question before we get started. Elemental Notes, who you know.
I sure do. She's so precious.
Yes. Actually, quick question. She's asked about with my regime using pepper, because I saw in some of your content not to eat black pepper. What about other peppers?
Yeah, that's a good question. So black pepper and Scotch bonnet, unfortunately, really irritates the stomach lining. But cayenne pepper seems to be the only one that does not wreak havoc in the stomach, and it's good for the heart. It's good for the blood system. So if you do want something to be a little bit peppery, a little bit spicy, you can use the cayenne pepper, but be very mindful of prepared hot peppers. They're full of vinegar. I meet with people all the time with so much damage in their stomach lining, very runny bowels, because they're just using too much pepper. We need to just be sparing with that, and then it ruins your taste buds.
Yeah, you know what? And looking in my not too distant past, I remember when I ate pepper, the stomach and what was happening, it was not a good thing. So this is okay. So Divine Right says, go Dr. Vibe. Well, you know what? This young lady is helping me in my journey. And whenever I create something new, I take a picture of it and show her. Like yesterday, I made my carrot ginger soup and I showed a picture with a salad. She goes, where's your protein? So I missed my protein, but I did. But now I'm not eating in the evening. I don't feel like eating in the evening. And as Carolyn told me when we first met, you don't want to be digesting your food when you're sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So Ched is reminding Ryan we have class from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Friday. Okay, well, that's good. So you guys are going to miss the sponsorship summit, but I'm saying register for it and at least get the replay, because
that's a good idea.
Because those people who go into that class, there's going to be some things that are being talked about on Wednesday that will help propel your business. But Fitness IQ goes, I miss my coffee.
Okay, yes.
All right. So, Ryan, I know you got to go soon. So, Carolyn, we can go past the top of the hour, but you wanted to come and share today about this thing called diabetes. And I'm going to let you start. There's someone who wants to come on live. So, I'm going to bring them on in a little bit. So, hold tight if you're there.
You're a risk taker.
Yeah. So, there you go. You wanted to talk about the diabetes thing. So, go for it.
Yeah, well, I wanted to address what I call is the diabetic pandemic. It just seems that I have never seen more clients with diabetes in this last year than I have in my plus 10-year career. There seems to be a pandemic of diabetes happening all around the world. It's not even just unique to North America. And here's what's heartbreaking is that it's happening in our young people. This month alone, I met with two young people. One was 16, one was 12 years old, both tested in my office positive, full-fledged diabetic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a full-fledged diabetic. I want to tell you that 2 weeks later for the 5 days later for the 12-year-old, 2 weeks later for the 16-year-old, they all tested way below the even borderline diabetes. So it's so fixable. But there is a serious pandemic going on for diabetes. And the reality is that 15% of the Canadian and the US population are full-fledged diabetic. And 40% of the population, 40%, almost half of our population are pre-diabetic. Those are statistics from 2022. So this is like a real pandemic. This surpasses COVID or any virus. And high blood sugar, it takes away your vision. It creates neuropathy, tingling in your fingers, your legs. You start to lose your nerve endings. It totally takes years off of your life because it's very difficult for your heart to pump sugary blood. It overworks your pancreas. And I can't tell you how many people I meet that I have to help them increase their kidney function because their meds, their high blood pressure, but especially their diabetes is just wreaking havoc on their kidneys. And folks, like, we only get one shot at this life. Like, you know, there's something about living, but there's something about living abundantly. You know, being able to be 65, be able to travel, be able to encourage people, be a mentor. There's so much knowledge and wisdom when you get to those years. And when you're sick and you're popping pills and you don't have the energy, like, what is this all about? And what is the point of, you know, everything that you've gained, learned, and all of that? So I want to tell you that I've been so blessed with incredible knowledge and facts to prove it that in a decade of experience, I have not met one diabetic, not one diabetic, that we haven't drastically dropped their blood sugar. Most of my diabetics are off of medication completely within the first 2 weeks. Yeah, it's very real.
I'm going to jump in here to say that, like, I was on some pre-diabetic medication, and I'm a testimonial here. And some other medication. I haven't taken it in weeks.
Yeah, he hasn't needed to. We've checked his blood sugar. He's doing amazing. He has defied the odds of genetic disposition for diabetes in Black men.
Yes.
Well, so I know, Ryan, you're limited, so I won't speak as much. There's some things after you leave, but I'll just drop it. My next door neighbor has been working in the grocery food industry for 30 years on a grocery store on the Danforth in Toronto. And we always have great conversations. And he said we are always having good stuff. And he said on Saturday, we were in a conversation. He said, you know what? Figure it out. How is it that the prices of fruits and vegetables are going up, but junk foods don't go up as fast in price as the stuff that's good for you? And he's worked in the food industry. He works in the food industry and told me that. Ryan, go ahead.
Well, would that be like because synthetic is easier to make cheap garbage than it is to grow wholesome? So I was curious with
but you know what? I'm gonna refute a little bit of that. And it's interesting. There is a thought process with many people that to eat healthy is expensive. No, it's not. Right? Because the stuff like the stuff I'm making on my journey, and hey, long way to go, it's cheap. It's cheap. Another thing, I made millet porridge the other day.
Okay.
There's enough to last me 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Right.
Now I'm doing variety of things, but it's not that expensive. The thing that catches most people is they don't invest the time to do it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hard part. Like it took it, like for me, mindset wise. Well, Carolyn gives me this thing. I'm going, this is like I feel like I'm in university. But I said, no, let me just pick one at a time.
Yes.
And do them. So now I have a range of things that I can eat. When I first came, I said, but I just invested some time and did some cooking and, try, fail, adjust.
Right.
And so that's the thing. So I think it's easier to produce the bad stuff. People may think it's good initially, but down the road, it catches up with you.
Right. Yes.
And it's not, and as she said, it's not just old people, young people. Like when you're going out there, family, take a look at how many obese young people there are.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's scary.
Well, that's what I was curious, as you're saying, you're seeing younger and younger with diabetes. So as parents, what are we doing that's causing that to be happening even younger? Is it like the trips to McDonald's? Is it just the daily types of foods that we're giving for dinner? Where are we kind of going wrong that's causing it to be so early?
Yeah. So what I wanted to share today, which will address that, is that I feel that there are like 3 main issues for diabetes. Most people feel like or think that diabetes is a sugar issue. You're having too much candy, you're drinking too much pop. While that might be true, that's not the actual real issue for type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is 3 things: a saturated fat issue, a lack of activity issue, and a stress issue. Those are the 3 things. So if I bring that back, and I'll address all those 3 as quick as I can, but if I bring that back to children, we feel like as parents, and I know I had 3 young children. I mean, they're young adults now, 3 grandchildren. It's very, very easy to, just pull out the French fries, get the nuggets, just pull out the pasta or order the pizza because you think they're young and they're bouncing around everywhere and it doesn't matter and it's not a big deal. They'll eat their vegetables even if they have a little bit of broccoli. But unfortunately, it's not okay. The world we live in today, we don't realize that the air we're breathing, the radiation that's passing through us, the pesticides that keep getting stronger and stronger that goes on our food, we don't realize that just by living, just by breathing today, we're ingesting so many toxins that our system doesn't have a fighting chance, number one, unless you're very meticulous about your eating. All of our systems are on toxic overload just by breathing. Wow. And number 2, our young people, they're not out riding their bikes, rollerblading. They're so inactive. Gym class is like theory with a little bit of outside time.
Oh boy.
And they're always on devices, right? So, for sure, we have some sports here or there, but the reality is our kids don't come home, drop their school bags and run outside. That's just not happening. Mm-hmm. And so we have this major lack of activity, this major saturated fat and processed food that's going in our young people, not enough fiber, water, and vegetables. We think that it's okay that they get boxed apple juice because it says 100%. You are just feeding their diabetic situation. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, of course, our young people are so stressed out because they're not socializing the way that they were naturally designed to. They share emotions through emojis and they don't talk to people face to face like they used to. So there's a mental stressor going on. And so again, in my opinion, this is the major reason why we have to, as parents, and we can do this on another show, but I have a whole package of how to make kids no longer picky eaters.
Gotcha. Love that.
So Ryan, I'm going to ask your permission on this. I have someone on Instagram who's been waiting for a while, but I know you got to leave at the top of the hour. So the person who's waiting on Instagram, can you hold off just another second? Ryan has to leave momentarily, but I want to make sure, Ryan, if you have any more questions or comments, that you get them in before you have to leave and get ready for your appointment on Wednesday.
Hey, looking forward to that. And so I'll ask you now, what is good to prepare for these consultations? Like typically what items or information should a person know before they meet with you?
Yeah, I just want you to have an open mind. And I also want you to, I'm going to send you a link. I need you to fill out your intake form so I can be prepared for you. And then I'm going to send you a link to our video, The 8 Secrets of Healing, which is on our website. But it really gives you an overview for what our program's about. I definitely have had people that watch the video and cancel their appointment. Not doing that. So don't be afraid. I'll work with you where you're at. But it's good to watch that with your whole family. It's very animated, if you ask me. But you should watch that before we meet.
Hey, wonderful. And again, I'm looking forward to our meeting. So
we're all looking forward
yeah.
to your meeting. It ain't just you, your family, all of us, because I'm waiting for the day that Ryan and I go out and he ain't ordering oxtail.
All right, I'll still order it and just look at it. I'll just smell
no.
it.
If you're gonna have if you're gonna have the oxtail, at least order a salad and have the salad before the oxtail.
Hey,
at least valid. Do that.
You're such a good student, Dr. Vibe.
At least do that, right?
Yes.
So if you and I are out and you're ordering oxtail and you don't order salad, I'm gonna leave you.
Okay, hey, you definitely coming with the open mind. So I'm looking to learn more.
All right, so I know you got to jump.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you go. We'll chat a little bit later. All right, thanks again, Ryan.
Carolyn.
Okay, good stuff. So, Carolyn, we got you for a while. There's a lot of comments, but what I'm going to do is this person who's been patiently waiting. I think they're still on Instagram Live. Mariana, okay, I'm going to accept. Let's see if we get you. Okay, it's flashing in and out. Okay, accept. I don't know what's happening. Oh, Nakim Biba. Oh, look who's here. Okay, well, for some reason, it ain't working. All right, so we're going to get back to comments here. Wow, there are comments flying. So, everyone, we're with Carolyn Nichol, and the numbers are out of bounds right now. Out of bounds. So, let's see. I'm going to go back. Okay. I'm going to wave to people. We're talking about the diabetes. Okay, hold on. I see it. I see it.
Pandemic.
Okay, we had you. Oh, there she is. Your camera, I can't see you. Okay, we're waiting for her to come on. So let's get this going here. Okay, she's having challenges with her camera. That's no problem. All right, right way home. Good morning, Dr. Vibe and Ryan. This is Paul Osborne. Long time, great person in working with people that look like us. Dr. Tachi, host and producer of Mediascope, the livest show about media, tech, and pop culture, 5 p.m. Eastern times on Wednesdays on Instagram Live and 6 p.m. Eastern time, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, other platforms. And also, patiently, we're waiting for the launch of Indie Soup Network, where some of Dr. Vibe's content is going to be on, and it has a reach, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. Tachi, of 1 million people reach.
Wow.
So we're going to be, and some of these conversations are going to be on that Indie Soup Network. So maybe Karen will get some more people to jump on. Fitness IQ goes, wow. Let's see. Okay. So this is something you can update. We go. Maybe people are wanting to book right now from the show. Okay. Is this the Energy Shack in Scarborough? Yes. But so what's going
Energy
on?
Shack.
There we go. The Energy Shack in Scarborough. So Paul, if you want to meet up with Carolyn, use Dr. Vibe, sit down. Paul has a wonderful family and a number of kids too. Can't hurt. Okay, Fazel, thank you. Good morning. Haven't seen before. Good stuff.
Energy Shack follower.
Yes. Okay. Good to have you here. Fast food, yes. No. Fat food, no. Okay. Question: what role does exercise play in combating diabetes?
Okay. So do you want to keep doing that, or do you want me to answer?
Okay, we're going to come back to that. There's some other general comments. Elemental Notes, Frequency Event Promotions is watching this on 2 platforms. You on fire. Amen, Carolyn. Amen from Elemental Notes. Right, which says, thanks, Doc. My pleasure. Ched C says, wow, the numbers here are out of bounds. Like, man, we got to get you on more often. Carolyn is so on point. The kids are struggling with health and wellness. Ched C. Elemental Notes goes, when you take the time to invest in your health, naturally, your whole life changes. I'm so happy to see and hear the change that's occurring in our community. starting with Dr. Vibe and Ryan. Well, Dr. Vibe started. Ryan, we're waiting till Wednesday, but we'll see. We get him. He's made a start because he's made a commitment, and I'm going to be on him, Carolyn. I'm going to be texting him.
I believe it.
And you know what? I'm going to put in my calendar to text Ryan at 4 p.m. on Wednesday and say, where are you?
Can I just say, for Elemental Notes, I just very much appreciate working with Nairobi. She has fantastic natural holistic products, but she's been sending clients my way, and we're seeing phenomenal changes together with me changing the diet and her products. Like, we have a client that's like way out of town, and his life, like a whole 180 turnaround, like on so much insulin, not taking insulin anymore, couldn't leave his house, you know, because he was so sick. And now he's like actually out in Nova Scotia traveling and doing business, like 3 weeks, and his life changed. Yeah, so it's great to work with, you know, other practitioners, and the combination's amazing.
Well, and I have to thank Elemental Notes, because I wouldn't have known about Carolyn if it wasn't for Elemental.
That's right.
And what's really scary, Energy Shack family is 15 minutes drive from where I live, and they've been there for 8 years. I had no idea that they were there. That's just like, I'm going, where have I been? What's going on here? You know, what's going on? So some other people that are in the house. Let's see. Okay. Elemental Notes also says you can also season your food to taste like the meals you love using healthy seasonings. Absolutely. Divine Right says, hey, Sora Tachi. Yes. Tim Frey. Good morning, Tim Frey. Good morning. Divine Right. Wow. I have a grown man in her life, which is her son, who craves sugar and is in denial about it. What can I do to support his journey to getting healthy? He drinks flavored iced tea daily and loves candy and cupcakes. Okay, we're going to get back to that, because we got...
Yeah, I'm going to address all of it. Yeah.
Okay, Fitness IQ Cam goes, the fast food was for Ryan's question about the cause, okay? We've got Elemental Notes says greetings, gets greetings from Frequency Event Promotions. Frequency Events also says continued success. Man, this is crazy today, in a good way. Look at this. Hayton, Carolyn is so knowledgeable about health and nutrition, but the very best thing about being her client, how much she cares about each client. Thank you, Carolyn. You know what? You need to take a screenshot. If you want, you should take a screenshot of that.
Bye.
Okay. Oh, she says, okay, no, not my son. Okay, there's someone else. Sorry about that. Okay. And Elemental Notes. Oh, we lost Carolyn for a bit. Thank you, Carolyn and Dr. Vibe. It's 3 degrees of separation because Chris Lawrence of Frequency Event introduced me formally to Carolyn. Let's keep the connection. I don't like connection. Let's keep the relationship building. I don't like the connection thing, the relationship building. Okay, let's come back to, first of all, Paul's question about the exercise. So let's see. Okay, here we go. First question. What role does exercise play in combating diabetes? Hit it.
Okay, so here we go. I'm going to actually answer that question, Paul, and the other question kind of at the same time by helping us to understand diabetes. And I really, one thing I do, yes, I care deeply about my clients, and I don't want to just tell you what to do. I want you to understand, how do we get diabetes? Like, if I'm not born with it, understand that diabetes and any disease, if it's genetic, that has less than 10% role to play. So these are lifestyle diseases. Type 1 diabetes, different story, but type 2 diabetes, lifestyle disease, and borderline diabetic, lifestyle disease. So understand that in order for you or I to have energy, okay, your body uses glucose to create energy. So the food we eat, for most of it, it turns to glucose. It leaves the liver, goes through the bloodstream. When that happens, the pancreas is signaled to release insulin. Insulin and glucose are running together to get to the cell. Why? Because when glucose goes inside the cell with a few molecules, energy is created. And you and I feel great and we have lots of energy, right? So that's why we have to eat food that turns to glucose. Not necessarily sugar, but like your apples, your fruits, your beans, your grains, these things turn to glucose. Now, in order for glucose to get inside the cell, insulin has come out at the same time. Why? Because there's this little receptor on the cell that insulin sits on, it unlocks the door and glucose goes in. What's happening today is that insulin receptors are getting blocked. And so your doctor will tell you, oh, you become insulin resistant. Well, what does that mean? That means that your insulin can't sit on the receptor. So a doctor's answer is, let me give this client or this patient either straight insulin or metformin that has insulin, or dangerous Ozempic, or Genumet, or any of these drugs. Why? Because they have insulin in it. And the doctors want to push lots of insulin in your system to force the insulin to sit on the receptor. Why don't we just figure out what's blocking that insulin receptor and learn how to pull it off? That's my solution. Food becomes your medicine. So when you look at the science behind insulin reception, and believe me, this is going to answer the question on exercise, you will see that when the body has too much saturated fats, which come from our dairy products, our fish, our chicken, our beef, our pork, our seafood, saturated fats just come from any animal products. You and I, we are not active enough to burn through that many saturated fats. So we are eating more saturated fats than our body can actually burn. And what happens is your liver, whose job is to try to get rid of all this extra waste, does this thing. It breaks it down into small little myocellular lipids, small little tiny fats, puts it back up through the bloodstream because you're not eating enough fiber to pull it out. And they go through the bloodstream, and guess what? They're the perfect size for an insulin receptor. And so we start blocking all these insulin receptors all over our body because, number one, we're eating way too much saturated fat. And number two, we are not active enough. So when you stop eating saturated fats like you've done, Dr. Vibe, you're eating very little saturated fats, if any at all. When you start eating big salads with lots of fiber, that their job is to actually pull saturated fats out of your body. And when you pick up your exercise level, your exercise naturally burns fat. So you begin to burn fat out of your body. When you are not active, fat is not burned. And then we're also not eating fiber, so there's no pulling. And the other key is fasting, which is what you started with. And what I start my clients with is that we do fasting because fasting burns saturated fats. So really, ultimately, we have to burn saturated fats out of our system. But the best thing to do, if I'm trying to clean out this big pit full of garbage and you keep dumping garbage in there, I'm going nowhere. So let's just stop the saturated fats. Let's just add the exercise, add lots of fiber and fresh foods, and voila, you're not a diabetic.
There you go. Rockin' answer. This is beautiful. Got some more comments coming in. Oh, look at this. Marie-José Paye. Good morning. Interesting topic. All. Thank you. First time. Wonderful.
Yes, she's an Energy Shack follower.
All right. Good morning.
Hi,
Interesting
Marie.
topic. Yay. I like this here. Shanna K. Love that name. Shanna K. That's a beautiful name on you. This is beautiful. Sugar is a very real addiction. I had it and still do at times. Same here. Gotta admit, I had to really work on controlling my urges over the years. For example, drinking tea without adding it, not buying iced tea for the house or other juices, etc. It's still not easy, but it takes work. Absolutely. It takes work to tackle ongoing. Very great testimonial there. And Divine Right says, let me correct that. Not my son. He's pretty healthy. I literally have a grown man in my life, my partner, who will be 50 and needs help. What can I do to encourage him?
Yes. So I'm going to address that sugar thing. And I see that that's a real problem because obviously if your insulin receptors are clogged and you're not only eating food that naturally turns to glucose, but now you're having sugary foods on top of that, where is that sugar going? It just sits in the bloodstream. And Wow, does that ever destroy your vessels, your arteries, your nerve endings, your vision? So a couple things is that if you are craving sugar and know somebody's craving sugar, they're probably not eating enough fresh food. Because I don't know if you noticed, Dr. Vibe, but once we did the detox and you started having fresh salads and fresh fruits, the cravings for sugar diminish. Most of us are having all these cravings because we're actually malnourished. We're consuming tons of calories, but they're not nutrient dense calories. So your body's always screaming, I want some B vitamins, I need some E vitamins. And we think those screamings are, I need sugar. We don't even know how to feed the cravings. And then understand that sugar hits dopamine just like cocaine does. So it's like this monster that you bring out of the cave, and he's not going to be quiet until you
Carolyn,
starve
I got to
him.
interrupt. I love what you said there. How about the sugar relating it to dopamine? So it's like a person on drugs needs that fix. We need that sugar fix. We need that.
It's real though.
It's real. It's really real. Yeah.
So you have to starve the dopamine monster and then start eating fresh foods, and you're just shocked the sugar thing goes away. But once you open up the sugar jar again, you take dopamine out of his cave and he starts screaming again. You have to starve him.
All right. Marie Jose, and I love her honesty. I need a boost. I'm falling off the wagon. Well, you know who to contact.
Marie, come on. You know my number personally.
Yes, there you go.
We'll get you back on track.
Yeah, sponsor of our conversation, Ray, saying good morning. Very insightful conversation. Thank you. And yes, Shanna K, yes, I love your name. On me, yes, because and I say that because it's like if you compliment someone on what they're wearing. This is one of my mentors from the past taught me this. When you compliment someone, hey, that really looks good. I like to say that really looked good on you. Be personal. So that's the way I like to chat. Okay, Shanna K goes, diabetes also runs in my family, so I'm very aware and nervous of the potential of it. I don't want it. Well, if it runs in your family, I would say to be on the offensive, not on the defensive, and even taking a chance, taking the opportunity to take advantage of Carolyn's offer to our family here would be a good idea. I think it's an investment, not an expense, to just, do it. Do that $49 consultation and just see what's going on. Especially if you're in the Toronto area, you can go personally and see her, and she can take your diabetes reading right there.
Yes.
Right there. And the numbers don't lie, as they say, not only in business, but in health. Numbers don't lie. So it's also helpful there. So I just want to, okay. So Elemental Notes has a question. Carolyn, can you speak on the effect of bitters on diabetes and on sugar cravings?
Oh, absolutely. So bitters are good. And so when we're talking bitters, we're talking herbs that, like burdock and clove. There's quite a few bitter herbs, our good West Indian friends will call them the bush teas. So those bitters that don't taste good, they're not going to be your nice chamomile and peppermint and ginger teas. They're very strengthening for the blood. But the thing about bitters is that if you haven't unclogged your insulin receptors, it's going to help to strengthen the blood, but it doesn't get rid of the sugar so much. But the bitters are very good for the pancreas. So if we've done some pancreas damage, the bitters can help. So imagine you change your diet, you're not adding saturated fats, you unclog your insulin receptors, and then you drink bitters at night. Wow. Like, are you not cured so quickly? Yeah, it's, when you can just really and I'm a holistic nutritionist. I believe the whole thing, the holistic health. When you make change holistically, you just get older and you feel younger every day. It's phenomenal.
Excellent. Excellent. Keep the comments coming. I'm going to say something right here. This has been one of the most watched live morning vibe shows we've ever done. Like, the numbers are out of bounds. So I want to thank everybody who's coming in. I know Carolyn shared it with her people too. And look at this. Shaneke Hall says, yes, I will definitely look into her services. Thank you. Well, I will put that the way you can look into her services back up again. And that's not just for you, that's for everybody. Everybody, we need to take advantage of these services because your health is your wealth. So let me just bring it up again. There's so much stuff I got to do. Here we go.
Awesome.
Carolyn, is there anything
yes.
else you're wanting to share? I know there's more you want to share, so make it happen.
Just one thing, you know, that I want to share is that one thing that people don't recognize is stress. So I want just to give you like a 30-second understanding of what stress does. So this is a major issue for diabetes. Okay. So when we're stressed out, our body produces cortisol. Cortisol, you know, you're driving, a dog jumps in front of your car, you slam on your brake. That's cortisol. Cortisol makes you act fast, makes your heart rate go up, makes you react, stops your digestive system from being hungry for a few minutes, and makes you respond. When we are constantly releasing cortisol, maybe not in that large amount, but in small amounts through the day, it's damaging. It eats away at our cells. It eats away at our stomach lining. We create a lot of digestion issues. It eats away at the myelin sheath, the fatty tissue inside our brain that protects us, helps us to cope with anxious thoughts. So here's the thing is that your body, we're so fearfully and wonderfully made. Your body has a coping mechanism. When there's too much stress and too much cortisol release, especially emotional cortisol release, your body does something amazing. Did you know that your body and my body produce all the cholesterol we need? We produce our own cholesterol. So if your cholesterol is high, by the way, if I can say on a side note, all animals produce cholesterol. So when you have your own cholesterol and you eat an animal, you get theirs plus yours. Now your cholesterol is high. But on another note, is that when your cortisol is high, your stress is high, your body does something amazing. It actually produces extra cholesterol, lots of fatty tissue. Why? Because it's a great buffer. So it starts patching fatty tissue all over your system, all over your stomach, and then you get a big belly when you're stressed out, and all over your artery walls. It'll patch fat. And guess what causes insulin resistance? Because cortisol is so damaging and your body doesn't want this cortisol eating away at your artery walls. So it patches fat everywhere. So when you're stressed out, you create your own insulin resistance, plus you might be eating saturated fats. But I've met stressed out vegans that are diabetic. That's real. That's real because their stress is so high.
Okay. Question. Now, when it comes to contact information, should I just give website and email address? You don't want phone number?
So yeah, you can call 647 637 6755.
Okay, hold on. I want to share it out on all the platforms. So I just wanted to know.
That's
okay,
fine.
so
647.
I got everything ready. I just wanted to make sure because some people don't want their phone number given out. So
this is the store number.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna share it so I could put it on a banner on the screen and go, wow, I can't copy it. So what I'm doing is I'm actually gonna be sharing it on
the floor. we can no longer hear you. Dr. Vibe, I think your volume's off.
Bet you it's on now.
Yes, you're good.
Okay. So I'm going to share it on all the platforms where people are watching it. So, okay, email, phone. Okay. So I've just shared it out in the comment section on all the platforms people are watching this on right now.
Awesome.
So ACBN.
Yeah, whatever's easier. We gotta get people to contact us.
So the ACBN Facebook page, the Dr. Vibe Facebook page, the Dr. Vibe YouTube page, website, email, phone number have been shared out to y'all because I could put it as a lower third. You say, oh, I can't, I got to watch it. No, it's there permanently. So you just have to look in your comments section. All right. Some other comments here. Caslu, good to see you, Caslu. Blessed day, great information. We have Divine Rights has since meeting with Carolyn. I've lowered my fish intake significantly, increased my veggies, more soups, and eating lighter dinners.
And how are you feeling?
This is what we want to hear.
That's the question. Go. Is it misery? Or are you feeling better?
So right way about our elders had the wisdom about herbs and ital living. There you go. So there we go. Any other questions, family? We don't want to keep her on forever, but I know you seem to want her on forever. This is good. But yeah, so any other things you wanted to share with the family today?
You know, I just want people to understand that lifestyle diseases, diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, anything you weren't born with. You know, the first place we run as a doctors, and I get that. And we don't always know what to do. And I'm not promising that I have the answer for everything, but we just haven't seen a case of anything in 10 years we haven't been able to really resolve. But what I do want us to learn is to be a people of knowledge, and searching Google isn't always the best answer. But we really need to take a reflection and look, what am I eating? What time am I going to bed? What does my diet look like? What does my stress look like? And stop wondering, why do I have these diseases? Why do I have diabetes? Why are these things happening to me? And just accepting medication like that's just the natural resolution. We have got to search harder, work harder, and just reflect on, am I exercising? Am I stressed out? How much salads do I eat a day? You know, just reflecting on what we're doing. And, you know, if we're not being the human beings that we were created to be, something's got to change. And I would love to show you how simplistic it is, without supplements, without magic potions. I can help you make your food your medicine.
There you go. So I'm going to end this on Instagram Live. Thank you for watching on Instagram Live. But if you want to get the full conversation, even Ryan and I at the front end, go to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and not only watch it, but subscribe and hit the notification button. Remember to give yourselves grace and don't just manage your time, manage your energy. Keep the faith. Okay, some more things happening here on the YouTube side. And Elemental Notes goes, thank you for sharing, Carolyn. Also, she goes, LOL, not miserable at all. I'm going to do that green juice fast soon. I know it's shifting a lot of my life, continuously lowering stress. That's a big one to tackle. There you go. Sandra says, I'm living proof if the wonderful of the wonderful work Carolyn does. I gained my health back more than 2 years ago, feeling better than ever.
Amen. Thank you for sharing, Sandra.
Sharon says, hi, Carolyn. She is not the bomb, not the boom, the bomb, or the one. She still off my meds. Sharon Tucker. Marie says, thank you. Have a blessed day. We'll get back in touch with her.
Yay.
And then Dr. Tachi, this is a fantastic convo as usual. So yeah, Dr. Tachi, once we get that network kicking, we're going to give you some of the Carolyn content so you can share it with your million+ reach. Big time, million+ reach. But yeah, this has been amazing, like fast and furious. So how are things going on in Energy Shack?
Wonderful. I mean, we are doing more juice than ever before. That's really what we've moved to, is juice, tonics, consultations, events. And if you don't already, just go to the EnergyShackJuiceBar.com, subscribe for our newsletters so that you know we're having lots of wonderful expos, free cooking demos, natural remedies, retreats, no more picky eater kids shows. I mean, there's so much going on, a lot. So stay connected and follow us on Instagram is the EnergyShackJuiceBar.com. Energy Shack Juice Bar is a hacked account. So you've got to go to the EnergyShackJuiceBar.com on Instagram and follow us there.
Don't you notice they hack good people? Talking about that. So Fazila, yes, very good topic. I know a few people that have diabetes and this would be helpful. Well, I'm going to put it up again. Well, get them even an email. Just start, make a decision. Like, I'm living proof. I'm on the journey. I'm not there and I never want to be there, but I've started the journey. And like I said, Bulk Barn and fruit and veggies. And like one of the things that's one of my go-to, I have my garlic with almost every meal now. And the green smoothie. I love the green smoothie. I love it. I love it. Like some people say, give me some recipes, give me some recipes. Okay, maybe one or two, but if you want the full thing, you got to go to the source, right? So Carolyn, want to thank everyone for hanging out with us this morning. And I would put her contact information on the bottom. Like I said, whatever platform you're watching this on, I put it in your comment section.
Awesome.
So it's in the comment section. Like I said, I'll save you having to watch the whole thing. It's in the comment section. Her phone number, email address, website address. I don't know much more I can do for today. Now, and everyone, on Friday, we're going to see, oh, look at this. Another question here from Fazila. I know some women who have gestational diabetes. How do some women get it during pregnancy and some don't? And how would they get rid of it if they got it during pregnancy? Do you want to tackle that one?
Sure. Yeah. So it's the same concept, too much of a saturated fat buildup. So you become insulin resistant. It's just that when you are pregnant, many times the hormones can get out of balance, especially if you are a person with high stress. And your insulin balance is completely dependent on hormones because insulin is a hormone. So the insulin might not be producing as well because your hormones before pregnancy were a little bit out of balance, usually due to stress. So we fix it the same exact way. And I have worked with women that are pregnant, no issues with getting them out of the woods for diabetes. I haven't had a fail. I have not had a fail in over 10 years. Even with type 1 diabetics, we have reduced their insulin dependency every time. Yeah, there's a method, but it works.
Okay. Well, again, there's the offer also. And she's drinking her water. Cheers. So if you have any questions about physical health for Carolyn, please email her at info@energyshackjuicebar.com and say you saw her in the Morning Vibe. Carolyn, to you, the family, the team, remember to give yourselves grace and don't just manage your time, manage energy. And thanks for making this Morning Vibe epic.
Epic. Thanks, Dr. Vibe, for having me. And thank you all for listening to us chatter.
Absolutely. So definitely watch the replay and we'll see you soon. Take care, Carolyn. All right. That was epic, family. Wow. Amazing. Now, this is really funny because usually the screen should be a little bit bigger. So I don't know why this screen is not bigger today. All right. So Fazela says, thanks. That is wonderful. Amazing show. Thank you so much. Now, this is weird because usually when I'm by myself, it's a big, huge screen. So I don't know what's up. But look, I want to thank everyone who helped make this episode and every episode of the Morning Vibe epic. Myself and Ryan, thank you. We don't take it for granted. So let's do the roll call. All right, let's do the roll call. Upcoming things on the Dr. Vibe platform this week. This Wednesday, Dr. Alicia Watkins will be talking about trauma and the Black family on the Dr. Vibe Show YouTube channel. So do not miss that. Coming up on this Friday's Morning Vibe, Ray McMillan of the McMill Group will be back talking about different aspects of mortgages and real estate. Wednesday, if you have any thoughts about sponsorship, what's it about? 5:02 to 8:02 p.m. Eastern Time. Get sponsorship money, brand sponsorship summit, $23.21 US. That's it for 3 hours of knowledge. Now, the thing is, you can take the knowledge. The thing is, are you going to use it? Only 125 seats available. I am going to be on the panel, on one of the panels, sharing my story of how I have a continuous now for 3 years brand sponsorship arrangement with Dove Men Plus Care. And the organization I'm a part of, it's the only one that in the world that has this sponsorship agreement with Dove Men Plus Care. Now, didn't do it on my own. Mario helped me. Mario Armstrong, the gentleman who's creating this event, he helped me immensely. So there'll be a lot of nuggets. So if you can't go live, I suggest register so you can get access to the replay. All right? Good stuff. I think that's it. Wow. What a morning. So again, you can watch replays of this epic conversation on my platform, YouTube and Facebook, The Dr. Vibe Show. or our platform, not mine, our platform. Also the Afro-Caribbean Network, Facebook and YouTube, and the Ryan Oneil Knight page on YouTube and LinkedIn. Okay, we got at least one more comment here. Want to make sure we get it. Dr. Tachi, yes, registered. I'll be in and out. Yes, I know you've got Mediascope. I know. Well, this is now Dr. Tachi, she's smart anyways, but she registered so she can get access to the replay. And plus, she's launching an online network, Indie Soup, and go follow Indie Soup on all social media platforms. All right. So that's it. That's all for today. And this is wild because I've never seen this screen on. Okay, I think I know why. There we go. That's why. Okay, I had the wrong view in the platform. Full thing. But that other one wasn't bad, wasn't it? You saw the sun in the background? That wasn't bad. So you got me full visage now. All right. So as always, want to say thank you. And let's close out with this. Live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get small to get stronger. Block assumptions. Then aim bigger, aim better, aim higher, aim wider. Love, faith, and respect. Remember to give yourselves grace. And don't just manage your time, manage your energy. I want to thank everyone who watches live or on the replay. It's appreciated and not taken for granted. Remember, join the Discord group. Follow wherever you are. Share it out. Get in contact with Carolyn. And if you're coming on Friday, let's remember I'm gonna message Ryan on 4 p.m. on Wednesday saying, Ryan, where are you at? Oh, by the way, Divine Right, she loved that background. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you like this one too, but you like the other one. I thought, morning, sunrise. I thought, yeah, let's do that thing. All right. So that's it. God bless. Peace well. Keep the faith, walk good. And we'll see you during the week if you're following me. Got Wednesday night, Dr. Alicia, Brand Sponsorship Summit. Also Friday with Ray. Be well and keep the faith. Walk good.
Here we go.